Hey everyone, Ashley here with the Rocco Group at Keller Williams Realty. Today we're going to be talking all things Nocatee. So whether you've just moved here or maybe you're from out of state looking to move here, you may already know that Nocatee is a huge area. We're going to be talking about everything from amenities, housing options, and a couple other fun things in between. So let's get started. So as I mentioned before, this is an absolutely huge area. It's actually one of the largest master plan communities in the country, consisting of 48 neighborhoods with different builders and housing options. You heard me right, there's 48 different communities here in Nocatee. And within those communities, you will definitely be able to find something that suits your style. Whether you're looking for a 1 or 2 story single family home, a townhome, or maybe even a condo. But let's take a step back and talk about location before we get into a little bit more specifics. So again, if you're out of state, looking at a map may be a little bit confusing. You might see Ponte, Vedra, Nocatee, but essentially Nocatee is all of Ponte Vedra. So if you see that 32081 zip code, it probably is in Nocatee. There are just under 9,800 homes right now in Nocatee out of the 11 to 12,000 that they have planned to build here. That means we're about at an 85% completion rate for this master plan community as a whole. So thankfully, since Nocatee is such a large area, even though they still have a lot of homes to build, they're still very committed to keeping areas for preserve, for nature. So they're actually about 28 miles worth of preserve area for hiking and trails and dog walking that the community members here can enjoy. While we're on the topic of things to do, let's talk about some of the other attractions and amenities here in Nocatee. So I'm here at the Welcome Center, which behind me there's actually a couple event spaces that community members can use. But the biggest thing here about the Welcome Center is this is where you can come and get a golf cart tour when you're looking to move to the area. And we actually like to call these Nocatours. So during your tour, you'll see all the amenities, which are actually pretty close here to the Welcome Center. So you'll see the splash parks, the lap pool, there's a tennis court over there. And actually one of the splash parks over here, they do a lot of festivities and family events too. With 2 water parks, slides, lap pools, and even a lazy river, there's a lot of different water options which are great for families and even if you want to bring some guests over. One of the misconceptions that we hear from people looking to move here to Nocatee are that depending on what community you live in, that you have access to different amenities. However, as long as you are a Nocatee resident, you have access to every amenity here, except for maybe a few that might be within some of the gated neighborhoods. Now, with that being said, there are some events and attractions that are open to the public, such as Food Truck Fridays, the Farmers Market, and then the entire Nocatee Town Center. So even though it may sound really exclusive, you still have guest pass that are allotted to you and that you can purchase, so it's perfect to bring all your family and friends that come to visit you. The residents of Nocatee love the amenities here, and what's so great about the Welcome Center, like I mentioned before, is a lot of the amenities are close here, so you have really easy access, and even by golf cart. So this is actually a huge golf cart community as well. So you'll see golf cart paths throughout all of Nocatee, which makes it really easy to get to the Welcome Center, to get to the amenities quickly, and even the town center. Whether you're visiting your friends in another neighborhood, heading to one of the amenity centers, going to a community event, or maybe you need that last minute dinner from Publix, getting around by golf cart is one of the most popular means of transportation here in Nocatee. Besides the new homes that are being built here, there's also plans for a library, a police station, and another school. And while we're on the topic of schools, Nocatee is actually zoned for some of the top schools in the area. Now, if that is something that's super important to you while you're moving to Nocatee, you can check out which schools the homes are zoned for. So you may have the option of elementary, middle, and high school, which is your standard that you typically see, or there is a lot of sections of Nocatee that are zoned for our K-8 academies along with the high school. Jumping back into the specific communities, which as you remember, I mentioned there are 48 of them, so we're not going to touch on all of them in this video. So if you do have questions about a community that we don't talk about, feel free to reach out. But the one that we are going to focus on today is one of the newer ones called River Landing at 20 Mile. What's very unique about this community is that it's a waterfront community. So there are options for you to be right on the intercoastal without having to be on the large St. Johns River or on the ocean. If this is the Nocatee neighborhood for you, just know that there are available lots where homes are still being built. So there will be 104 home sites in this community with options on the intercoastal or on wetland preserve. So just know that there are options for you if you're not wanting to be directly waterfront. Keep in mind that this is one of the luxury neighborhoods in Nocatee. So if you are wanting to be on the wetland preserve lots, you're looking at about $1.5 million and up. And then if you're wanting to be waterfront on that intracoastal, you're looking at 2.5 million and up. As I mentioned earlier in our video, prices do range from the mid 300s up to the millions. So there's definitely a range of price points to consider. So whether you're moving today, tomorrow, or sometime in the future, it's important for you to have a realtor that's knowledgeable about the area. So please feel free to reach out to myself or someone else on our team. We'd be happy to help. Okay, everyone, that wraps up our quick overview of Nocatee today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you do have any other information that you need some clarification on, again, please feel free to reach out. And don't forget, like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you at the next one.